You can kind of,
Okay.
yeah, who knows?
We'll just do that. Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to give people maybe 2 or 3 more minutes to hop on, and then we're going to get started.
I love how you look.
Thank you. Was inspired by Miss Sonia today.
Excellent.
All my flurries, fluids on.
Excellent.
Okay. So I'll just talk a little bit about what we're doing for those of you who are awesome and understand time. So I have been teaching this technique technically since about 2007, 2008. It's the reason I became an instructor. I'm from Supreme Science Qigong Foundation, and we do all different types of qi expression. We do all kinds of different exercises, and qi is energy. Our qi is our life force. It's what allows us to function in life, essentially. And so this technique is designed to strengthen your qi, make your auric field really, really bright and big. It does lots of different things. So right now on the planet, we're being bombarded with all sorts of different challenges, and from things in the air to things in the food to things in the water, all sorts of toxins, frequency toxins. So this technique actually helps bring your frequency back into a heart space vibration, which matches the Earth's frequency at 528 hertz. And it keeps you in that 5D reality. So it keeps you out of fear and into your heart. So that's one of the major reasons why I teach this technique. And the first time I ever did it, I got to experience, interesting camera. I'm looking at my screen, but the camera's over there. Okay. The first time I ever did it, I wonder if I should.
Lori, can you mute your phone?
I don't know how to do that either. I'm really
tap your
sorry.
screen.
Okay, let me
Tap
try
your
that.
screen. You'll see
Okay.
a microphone, and you tap the microphone icon.
Oh, yes.
Oh, I can mute her. Oh, she's got it. Perfect. Excellent. Okay, so squirrel moment. Oh yeah, so the first time I ever did this technique, it was a 4-day course, and it was called the Chi Revolution, which, by the way, my teacher still does. Well, I should say he still does that. Nobody's doing anything at the moment, but up until just a few weeks ago, he was still doing that, which is a 4-day tour where it's actually now been compressed into a 3-day tour, and you learn all these different types of Qigong techniques, and you learn this technique as well. And the first time I ever did this, we had probably over 500 people, and we were all sitting in kind of like a very interesting, like a circle, but there was so many of us, it was more like a wave. And we're holding hands, and we're going to do that part at the end of this where I'm going to guide you through a visualization while you're breathing and doing this technique. And we're going to do rounds of it for each one of our intentions. And the energy of the breath itself, the 9-breath method, which is what you're going to learn tonight, is so profound and so intense that it takes your intention and sends it out into the world, into the universe, and just, it takes the power of law of attraction and just magnifies it like 100 times. And when I did this, the energy was so strong. It was the first time that I really got connected to the parts of me that were in battle. And I got to see my true self versus my ego. I got to see the part of me that wanted to kind of keep me down and didn't want me to focus on my heart and didn't want me to succeed in life, essentially. And then there was the side of me that is the divine, that is the truth. And I got to see those two energies kind of not cooperating, if you will. And I was able to kind of take a stand in that moment and say, no, I'm going to come from my heart. I'm going to choose my true self. And so that technique for me was really profound. And I felt like if I hadn't been holding the hands of the two people sitting next to me, I would have levitated out of my seat. So I'm really, really excited to share this with you guys tonight. And Chris joined us. Yay, Chris. Let me know if your video is going to work tonight, because I would love to see your beautiful face. Let's see. And it's helpful if I can see you, because then I can kind of guide you to make sure that you know what you're doing. Some of you have done this with me over the past. Miss Rachel, she's a veteran of mine. She's been with me from since I moved to Utah, which was.
And forever grateful for it.
Oh, I love you.
Love you.
That was like 7 years ago, almost 8 years ago. Oh my gosh, long time.
Don't quote that. We're not that old. Shush.
True. Okay, so yeah, so we're gonna get started because it is now about to be 10 after, and anyone else that joins us can just join us. Okay, so I want to start by calling in some intentional energy. So just close your eyes, place your hands on your abdomen or on your heart, whatever feels right to you, and just land in your body. Trisha, yay! Can't get my audio to work. That's okay, no problem. Okay, perfect. Yay, Trisha's on. Okay, so just land in your body. Take a few deep breaths. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. It's a deep cleansing breath. Hi, beautiful. I see your body, but I see your picture in front of your face. And again, that's breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth. And after you've done about 3 of those, as you land in your body, just return to what we call the normal belly breathing. And basically what that is you just place your hands on your abdomen and you're breathing in and out of your nose, and you're circulating your breath. As you inhale, you're rounding your abdomen, so you're inflating your abdomen. And as you exhale, you're gently drawing your navel towards your spine. We call this deep Qigong belly breaths. Breathing in, round out the abdomen, expanding in all 4 directions, from front to back and side to side. And as you exhale, gently draw navel towards your spine. And you can be in a comfortable seated position, or if you're seated at your computer, it's a good idea to sit long, lengthwise, the crown of the head connecting to the heavens, and you have a nice straight spine, and your feet are at a 90-degree angle connected to the floor. Or if you're sitting in a comfortable seated position, lotus position is great, whatever works for you. Okay, good. And just take a moment to be in your body and be in this moment. There's a lot of things going on in the world right now. There's a big shift happening in the world. And you have chosen to be here tonight and be on the front line. So I'm going to call you all light warriors, because the work that we're doing today, this evening, is light warrior work. It's very exciting. And now just take a moment to call in any guides, angels, ancestors, or descendants that you would like to participate in this experience with you, that can either add to your experience and or take value from what you experienced today. I personally call on Archangel Michael as the guardian and protector of our space. He's the light warrior that protects all of us and the king of the angels, if you will, in such a way. I'm calling Archangel Raphael. He's the protector of our bodies, keeps our physical bodies healthy and happy and holy. And I'm going to call in Archangel Metatron. He's the overseer of the angels in the whole universe. He's going to plug us into the light grid that we're going to hang out in tonight. Actually, universal grid. And I'm going to call on Archangel Sandfon to plug us into the Earth's new light grid that we are building. Woohoo! Okay. For those of you that are sensitive, you might feel that. It's almost like you're being plugged into a light socket of energy. And when we actually start breathing, that'll probably get really intense for you if you're one of the sensitive people. And that's to let you know that you're awesome and take full responsibility for your body this evening. And this is a perfectly safe practice. But if you happen to be one of those sensitive energy people, or those of us that are fasting today might be a little on the lightheaded side, just be conscious of how you're feeling with this technique. And I will guide you as we're going through how to monitor and modify it for your perfect experience. Right. So this technique is called the 9 breath method, and it's what we're going to use for our meditation. It's got 3 parts, so I'm going to break it down into 3 parts, and then we're going to do the meditation once we get clear on how to do the process itself. I personally do this process pretty frequently. Right now I'm challenging myself to do it every single day. When you get really good at this practice, you can do it while standing up. But for right now, I advise everybody to be sitting down if you're not already. You're going to be working with some really strong energy and lots of oxygen, possibly more oxygen than you're used to having in your body. And that's going to be really, really helpful right now because the frequencies that are being broadcasted right now are affecting our lungs. And so this energy can affect your lungs if you subscribe to that reality. I choose to be in my bubble. That's just me. But this will keep you nice and strong to keep you in a good, open-hearted and open-lunged capacity space. Okay. So the first part of this technique starts with a cleansing breath. So starting with a cleansing breath, it's like what I was instructing you to do just a minute ago, where you're going to breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. And I also have a little bit of music playing in the background on my phone. Can everybody hear that? It's just supposed to be kind of background, but I want to make sure you guys can hear me.
It sounds really good.
Perfect. Yay, now I can see your face. Hi.
I moved and turned my light on.
Okay, so the first part of this is starting with a cleansing breath. And so we're going to imagine that you have a vacuum with your nose. You're going to take a deep breath in, open mouth, exhale. And that open mouth exhale is going to be audible. So you should be able to hear your breath. And it's also going to imagine that you have like a cake in front of you with like 50 candles on it, and you're going to blow all the candles out. So it's a big, powerful exhale. Okay, so that's our cleansing breath. So let's just try that. Deep inhale, open mouth, exhale, blow it out. Good, good. Okay, so that's our cleansing breath. And then after our cleansing breath, we're going to start with the warrior's breaths. So part 1 is the cleansing breath with the warrior's breaths. And we call this 9 breath method because we're going to do 9 of them. But for now, I'm going to teach you how to do the warrior's breath, and then we'll go from there. So when you think of a warrior's breath, you think of something, or a warrior in general, you think of someone powerful and ready to kind of go out and go into battle. Someone that's, you know, charging up the body and roar and rah kind of stuff. And so we're going to use our body in a very powerful way today. Whereas most of your breaths, if you meditate, the Qigong belly breath that we did earlier is very calm and quiet peaceful, and soft. The warrior's breath is not that. It's very intense and powerful, okay? And what makes it the warrior's breath is that instead of being a belly breath, put this towards the, see me. And so instead of being a belly breath, so when we breathe in, we expand the belly. When we breathe out, we bring the navel towards our spine. We breathe in. We breathe out. Okay, that's our normal belly breathing. The warrior's breath actually is going to use your upper body. It's going to use the whole body, like the whole rib cage, the heart, chest, and lungs. But specifically, we're going to think of lifting from our chest. So I'm going to breathe from my whole rib cage and my chest and out. And in and out. Good. And the second part of the warrior's breath is it's actually going to be a closed mouth. So unlike the cleansing breath, we do the warrior's breath because we're going to circulate chi. We're going to circulate energy. And so we start with the cleansing breath. I'm going to breathe in from the tip of my nose. Open mouth, exhale. And then the warrior's breath, I'm going to breathe through my chest. Good. And so what makes the warrior's breath unique is the inhalation is strong and powerful, and the exhalation is soft and gentle, almost like just natural. And so that also relates to if you're one of those sensitive people. So if you start to feel even the slightest bit lightheaded when you're breathing in, you want to make sure that your breathing in's a little bit softer, like a little bit quieter, and your exhales are even softer than that, okay? The other thing is, some people, when they exhale, they breathe out too much, or they breathe out more air than they're taking in, and that will also trigger lightheadedness and spaciness, and we don't want that. And so the way to monitor your breath is taking in a lot of oxygen on the inhale, and then softening and letting the earth take the exhale naturally. And again, that looks like this. Breathe in. And notice what I'm doing with my body. So on the regular belly breath, I'm just sitting normally and upright. But on the warrior's breath, I'm actually going to bring my body forward. And I'm going to lift my chest and back. So I'm going to go blow it out. I'm going to breathe in and out. And in and out. And in and out. And now just return to the normal belly breath and feel what that feels like. And just notice if you feel a subtle shift in your body. Maybe you feel a big shift in your body. Again, if you feel any bit of lightheadedness, just monitor the breath by making your exhales a little quieter and your inhales even a little quieter as well. Otherwise, the more you can really take in oxygen on the inhalation, the more powerful this technique is going to be for you. Okay, so just let's be responsible for our bodies and tune in. Okay, so let's try that. We're going to start with a cleansing breath, and then we're going to do 3 warrior's breaths, and then we're going to return to the belly breath after that. On the count of 3, cleansing breath. 1, 2, 3. Everybody breathe in. Open mouth, exhale, breathe out. Closed mouth, inhale, warrior's breath back. And out. And back. And out. These are closed mouths. And number 3. And out. And now just belly breath. And out. And you should start to feel kind of a subtle shift in your body. Maybe you're feeling a little calmer. Maybe the world seems a little quieter, stiller, or you might be the opposite and maybe you're feeling more energized. Just notice what your body is doing. This technique is designed to make all of your cells hum and vibrate and sing. So if you're feeling a little buzzy on the inside, that's a good thing. Okay, so that's part one. Part one is the cleansing breath and the warrior's breath. Okay, so we're gonna do 9 of those. And at the top of the 9th breath starts the second part of this technique. Okay, so the second part of this technique is called the breath lock and sink down. Okay, and actually before I move on to that, does anybody have any questions so far? You can unmute yourself or raise your hand or whatever you like. Okay, cool. Okay, so the breath lock and sink down, if anybody has ever practiced yoga before, we call these breath locks or breath holds. They use certain parts of the body called bandhas, which are energy storing centers that helps energy circulate more through your body. There's a powerful one in your throat, and that's the one that we're going to use for this technique. Okay. It actually is going to activate your thyroid and parathyroid glands. It's also going to activate your pineal and pituitary glands. So we're going to bring our bodies online. Just shut that door. Okay, so the breath lock, basically it's just a certain way to hold your breath with intention. When you're going through your daily life, we have a tendency to hold our breath, and that's not good because it keeps oxygen from circulating and getting into our cells and keeping our cells healthy. And so you don't want to hold your breath on a regular basis, but there is a safe way to do it with intention. And this is designed to actually help circulate the energy and the chi more deeply into your body and into your cells. Okay, so the breath hold starts at the top of the 9th breath. So I'm going to pretend like this is my 9th one. Breathe in. That's my 9th warrior breath. And I'm going to hold the breath at the top. And then it's a sink down because I'm going to pretend like I'm holding my breath, and I'm going to swallow my breath and my saliva down, all the way down to my abdomen. And then I'm going to let my abdomen inflate. So most of the time when we're exhaling, we bring the abdomen in. So the navel comes towards the spine. So when you inhale, it expands normally. And when you exhale, it comes towards the spine. But what's different about this breath lock and sink down is as we swallow our breath, we're actually going to inflate the abdomen at the end of it. Okay, so it looks like this. You may or may not be able to see it because it's super subtle, but I got a little tummy now, so now you can see me. So I'm gonna breathe in. I'm gonna hold it at the top. I'm gonna swallow it down to a rounded abdomen, and I'm going to let that abdomen inflate. Okay, so that's the breath lock and sink down. So let's just try that for a minute. Okay, let's pretend like this is our 9th warrior's breath. Breathe in, hold at the top. Swallow it down to a rounded abdomen. So swallow your breath, swallow your saliva, and then let your abdomen inflate outwards, out and down, very ever so gently. Does everybody feel that? Okay. Y'all are catching on quickly. This is fun. We might go straight into the breath on the meditation sooner. I like this. Okay. Fast learners. Okay. So again, we have the 9 warriors breaths, and then at the top, we hold at the top, breath lock, swallow it down to a rounded abdomen. So on the breath lock or the breath hold, the tendency is to lift the shoulders and get really tense. And what's beautiful about this technique is it's a practice of how to be in the body and aware, and in such a way that you're calm and relaxed. Okay, this is a very soft and gentle technique, minus the warrior's breaths that are kind of powerful. But everything else is designed to but really, really relax the body. So when you're doing that hold, see if you can do it without tensing up your shoulders. So breathe in. See, I naturally bring them up. Relax the shoulders down, swallow the breath to a rounded abdomen. Good. Does everybody feel that? Yay. Okay. So part 3 of this technique, actually before we go into that, I want to practice the cleansing breath with the warrior's breath for a minute. Okay, let's try that. So we start with the cleansing breath, and then normally we would do 9, but I'm just going to have us do 3 so that we can practice the warrior's breaths, and then we can go into the breath lock and sink down so you can feel what that feels like. Okay, so I will guide you through each part so you don't have to try to memorize it. Okay, on the count of 3, cleansing breath. 1, 2, 3. Breathe in. Open mouth, exhale, breathe out. Close mouth, inhale, warrior's breath, breathe in. Softly out, close mouth. And number 2, and out. And number 3, pretend like this is the 9th one. Hold at the top, swallow it down, relax the shoulders to a rounded abdomen. Just let the abdomen stay out and down and just exhale normally. How did everybody feel about that so far?
Good.
Excellent. Okay, so perfect. So part 3 of that is the Tumo exhale. Okay, this is the part of the technique that is actually the most powerful. It would seem like the powerful part is the warrior's breath because it's physical, it's active, but it's actually the subtle Tumo breathing portion of, or the Tumo exhale, that allows this technique to have its power. And so Tumo basically means charge or energy. It means to pressurize. And so the Tibetan monks, one of the things that they do in order to become initiated is they have to go out into the Himalaya mountains in the snow, and they wear these wet blanket towels, and they're naked, and they have to sit in the snow in these wet towel blankets, and they do a type of Tumo breathing that this technique is based on. It's not exactly the same, but it's based on this. And it charges their energy in their abdomen, in their dantian. So everybody point to your belly button for a minute. Notice that your belly button is in the center of your being, or what we call your core. It's not by accident that that's right there. The place of your origin, the umbilical cord, that's the point of our origin right there. And in Chinese medicine, we call that the dantian. So when you charge that part of the body, like the Tibetan monks do, they heat their bodies up in such a way by doing this Tumo breathing that it actually heats up the blankets to a point to where they steam and they dry out. And that's part of their initiation. So we're not going to be doing that per se tonight, but nobody go get wet towels and go in the snow. But if you do this technique enough, it can actually regulate your body temperature in such a way to where you can not be affected by the cold. You can regulate your temperature in such a way that you are just generating large amounts of qi. And when you're generating large amounts of qi, your auric field extends out further and further and further, and anyone that comes into that field is positively affected. So we're going to send out our energy waves in big, massive ways to affect ourselves, our houses, our neighborhoods, the planet at large. Okay.
Good.
So the Tumo exhale is very, very subtle. It's a very, very subtle breath. So what happens is after you've done the breath lock and sink down, so we swallow, or we held at the top, we swallowed it down to a rounded abdomen, and then normally when you exhale, you bring the navel towards the spine, right? That's how our normal belly breath goes. Instead of doing that, you're going to keep the abdomen gently out and down. And that out and down is what actually is going to pressurize with a tiny, 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 it's very subtle. It's not like you're tensing up your abdominals. It's more like just kind of holding them in a lovely little space. And when you exhale, what makes this part unique is what we do on this exhale. So it's a pursed lips. Before we had an open mouth exhale, we had a closed mouth exhale. This one's kind of a pursed lips, like you're going to whistle. Whoa, that was like on cue. That was trippy. Did y'all hear that? Whoa, that was cool. It was like an airplane or something that went by. I don't know, that was neato. Okay, so the pursed lips exhale, it's almost like you are blowing a whistle, and it's very soft and not audible. So different from the cleansing breath where you can hear yourself, different from the warrior's inhalations. The exhales on the warrior's breath are soft, and the Tumo exhale is the softest. And it's also very slow. So if you find yourself as you're doing the warrior's breath kind of getting a little winded, it might be because you have some areas where the oxygen hasn't been reaching you. And so the oxygen and the chi are going to go to those areas and start naturally opening them. But as you practice this more and more, you're going to create more space in your body, which, by the way, we want space on our bodies because the light that's being bombarded onto the planet in a very loving way is information. And the more space you have in your body, the more information and or light you can take in and or share out with the others. So when you do this, breathe this exhale, it might be difficult to kind of keep it long at first, but that's okay. The more you practice it, the longer your exhale will go. So let's just try that. We'll pretend like this is the 9th breath. We'll do the breath lock sink down, and then we'll do the Tumo exhale. And again, I will walk you through that. So starting with the 9th breath, breathe in all the way back. Hold at the top, swallow it down to a rounded abdomen. Pursed lips, keep the abdomen out and down, and slow, soft exhale. Beautiful. Good. And then after you're done with that exhale, you're just going to return to the normal belly breath, which is the inhalation on the abdomen inflating, and then the exhale, the navel comes back towards the spine. So you always default back to the belly breath between each round. Okay? So let's try that again. This time we're going to start with a cleansing breath. We're going to do 3 warrior's breaths, and then the Tumo, the breath lock sink down, and then the Tumo exhale. Okay. On the count of 3, cleansing breath. 1, 2, 3, breathe in. Open mouth, exhale, breathe out. 3 warrior's breaths, breathe in. And out. Number 2 in. These are closed mouth, exhale. And number 3. And out. And then all the way at the top, breathe in. Hold at the top, swallow it down to a rounded abdomen. And then purse your lips and just breathe out, keeping that abdomen out and down, super soft exhale. And you just work on extending that softly and gently, work with your body. And then returning to the belly breaths in between. And one of the characteristics of this technique is that when you really start to feel the energy, especially after doing the 9 breaths, you will start to feel almost like a wave, like a, to me it makes a sound, whoa, 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 kind of feeling. And it's like a vibration that comes from the top of my head and it goes all the way down to my feet. And this is why I suggest you practice this sitting down at first till you get really good at it. And then you really want to go into outer space, you can do this while standing. And I actually do this in the shower, which again, that's super advanced, so don't start there. But water is a conductor of electricity, so it makes it like 1,000 times stronger, which is really cool. Speaking of water, everybody hydrate. All right, y'all are picking this up really fast. Does anybody have any questions? Okay, Hillary, it looks like you're still on. Are you feeling good about this so far, ma'am?
This is incredible. I've been, you know, the past 3 weeks I've been going through lots of different symptoms, and I'm, you know, doing major self-care. And today I just had this really uneasy feeling. I couldn't quite place it. And doing these breaths has really put me at ease, and I feel so relaxed. I'm learning so much. I really, really appreciate this. Thank you so much.
You are so welcome. Thank you for sharing. Oh, that makes my heart
Hey. Hi, Hillary.
So I'm really glad that she said that, because a lot of the frequencies that are being shared right now, a lot of them are light. And so if you don't have enough space in your body, like I was saying, it can create, as it's trying to land in your body, it can actually create anxiety, because it's almost like it's really high frequency, but it doesn't have anywhere to go. And so this opens the space for it to land. The other side of that is there's a lot of other frequencies that are being broadcasted that actually are designed to create anxiety. And so as the body's trying to get back into its normal homeostasis place, this opens yourself up and creates that space again, and also brings you back to that homeostatic place. So I'm so glad that you said that, and I hope that you will practice this on a regular basis. I recommend doing at least 3 rounds of this, a couple days a week, every day. Totally up to you, but definitely 3 rounds. But ideally, if you can do up to 9 or more, then you're great. And we're going to do a whole bunch of them, so you're going to be blissed out here in a few minutes if you stick around for the meditation. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do the whole thing together, since you guys are rock stars and you're rocking it out. And then we'll take a quick pause, and then we will do our meditation. Okay, so all right, starting with the cleansing breath, 9 warrior's breaths. Hold at the top for the breath lock and sink down. That's the rounded abdomen. Pursed lips, open mouth exhale is the Tumo exhale. Okay, all right, you guys. For this first round, go ahead and place your hands on your knees, just for balance purposes. Okay, all right. On the count of 3, cleansing breath. 1, 2, 3. Breathe in. Open mouth, exhale, breathe out. 9 warriors breaths. Breathe in and out. And number 2 and out. And number 3 and out. And number 4 and out. Remember, those are closed mouth exhales. And in and out. And number 6 and out. And number 7 and out. And number 8, slow it down. And out. And number 9, all the way in. Hold at the top, swallow it down to a rounded abdomen. Pursed lips, Tumo exhale. Keeping the abdomen out and down as you make this exhale slow and deep. And after the exhale, just returning to the deep belly breath. And one of the things I forgot to mention is, because this technique is so powerful, as beginners, I really advise you to keep your eyes wide open, at least for the first part. And then as we do our meditation, if you're feeling comfortable with it, then you can close your eyes. So for the next 2 rounds, keep your eyes wide open, and then it's a good idea to find something to focus on. So like if I'm breathing, I find a spot in front of me, and I keep my eyes on that point so that my eyes aren't looking around. If they're looking around, that can also cause a little bit of lightheadedness. Okay, so try to keep your eyes focused, like lasers. Okay, all right, who's ready to do 3 rounds of 9 breath? Whoop, whoop. All right. Chris, are you with us? You said your audio wasn't working. Can you put a thumbs up or a hand up? Oh, there he is. Yay. Awesome. Do you have any questions? You feeling good? All right, let's do this. Ooh, I like how your camera's at like an angle, so it's creating this like whole V wings around you. That's awesome. All right, on the count of 3, cleansing breath. 1, 2, 3, breathe out. Sorry, forgot to say breathe in. See, this is when I get spacey when I'm doing it. Okay, all right, cleansing breath on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3, breathe in. Breathe out. 9 more breaths. Breathe in and out. And in and out. And number 3 and out. Make sure those are closed breaths. Number 4 and out. And number 5 and out. And number 6 and out. And number 7 and out. Slow it down on number 8 and out. And number 9, hold at the top. Swallow it down to a rounded abdomen. Relax the shoulders. Pursed lips. Let the abdomen stay out and down as you exhale softly. And just return to that belly breath when you're done with that. Deep abdominal breath. Good. Okay. Round number 2 on the count of 3, cleansing breath. 1, 2, 3. Breathe in. Breathe out. Let it go. And breathe in. And out. And number 2. And out. And number 3. And out. Number 4. And out. Number 5. And out. Number 6. And out. Number 7. And out. Number 8. And out. And number 9. Swallow it down to a rounded abdomen. Pursed lips, exhale. Just return to the belly breath between that. Beautiful. Okay. And then we'll do one more round, and then we will take a quick pause, and then we'll do our meditation. Okay. Alrighty then. On the count of 3, cleansing breath. 1, 2, 3. Breathe. Actually, pause for just 1 second. Did anybody feel like a difference in that second round that they'd like to share? Okay. This time, go ahead and close your eyes, okay? Because when we do the meditation, ideally you want your eyes closed so you can use your third eye. So go ahead and close your eyes this time. Hands are getting hard. Nice. Yes, I'm so glad that you said that, Chris. One of the things that happens as you do this is you're activating that chi, you're charging that chi, and you're heating up your body. So your hands, we have chakras in our hands. Does everybody know what a chakra is? Your energy centers. You have energy centers throughout your body, and you also have them on your hands and your feet. And your hand chakras are actually activating when you do this technique. So super cool. That's an advanced meditator right there for him to feel that. Okay. On the count of 3, this time we'll close our eyes. 1, 2, 3. Breathe in, breathe out. Warrior's breath. Breathe in and out. And number 2 and out. And number 3 and out. You can close your eyes. Number 4 and out. And number 5 and out. And number 6 and out. And number 7 and out. Number 8 and out. Hold at the top of number 9. Relax the shoulders. Swallow it down to a rounded abdomen. Pursed lips. Exhale. 2 more. Exhale. Keeping the abdomen out and down, ever so subtle. Just allowing the world around you to soften. Allow your body to activate. Feeling the rush of chi and oxygen deep into your cells. Okay. Woo. All right, so we're gonna just take about, let's see, let's take a 5-minute break. So at, well, we'll say 7:55. We'll be back at 7:55 or 9:55 your time if you're on the East Coast. And then we'll get ready to do our meditation. Okay.
Yay.
Yay. Huh. Well, that's really interesting. Hillary, I had it keep playing on the next video on YouTube, and it's playing dissolving toxins and cleansing infections. So it's like, I'm gonna hold it up to the camera. You can see like the waves coming over the human body. It's pretty cool. Let's see if I hold it to them. See that? Isn't that cool?
That is amazing.
Sweet. I like when spirit takes over. Spirit good. There's even one on here specifically for viruses, bacteria, like frequency is where it's at, y'all. Our strongest suits are our frequencies. Stay in our hearts. Okay, where's my other one that I want to play though? Go to my library. Oh, my children are saving stuff. Okay. Yeah, I like this one. Okay. All right. Okay, okay. So, okay, so now we're going to get into the meditation portion. Woohoo! Okay. So, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to start by setting an intention. So just go ahead and come into your body and get back into your seated upright position. And one thing is this time, if you're sitting in like a computer chair, you're going to sit on the front 1/4 of your chair. Like you're almost like towards the edge of the chair. Okay? And you want to have a nice straight spine, and you want to take your sacrum and kind of tilt it just a little bit so that you have a nice bowl of energy. So like you don't want to have an arch in your back, but you want to take your sacrum and tuck it under so you have a nice long straight spine. Okay? And now there are 7 of us on tonight, which is kind of perfect because every one of us will represent one of the energy centers. And imagine that there's 7 of us, but we're the 7 that represents all of the energy of all the people on planet Earth tonight. Okay? And so normally when we do this practice, we're in a group setting in a classroom where you can physically hold hands. But because you can't physically hold hands tonight, we're just going to pretend and use our intention that we're doing that. So just imagine that you're holding hands with each other and with the world. Like imagine everybody on planet Earth is sitting here with us and practicing this technique, and everybody's holding hands. All 8 billion of us holding hands. Yes, including the leaders, including the people that, you know, maybe you have judgments on. We're going to let go of all of that. We're going to take all 8 billion people and we're going to hold their hands right now. And we're going to send them our hearts. and we're going to send them our light. And we're going to ask that they receive our intention, our blessing, and our love tonight. One thing that I know to be certain is they've proven this scientifically, that when a group of people come together and meditate, it's already powerful when one person does it, but when you have a group of people, hey, yay, speaking of group of people, someone else has joined us. Woohoo!
I have my honey join us.
Yes, cool to see him. When you have a group of people, you are one person, but when you come together, you're magnified by like 10 to 100 times. And so we're going to extend our energetic fields out to the planet, and we're going to hyperactivate good love frequency from ourselves to the world. So go ahead and start with your hands, this time covering your navel center. Ladies, you're going to put your left hand on top of your right hand. And gentlemen, you're going to put your right hand on top of your left. Okay? Gentlemen, ladies. Okay.
Left hand on right.
Left hand on top if you're lady. Left lady. Okay. And this first, and for the rest of the time, if you want, you can have your eyes closed. We're going to connect our third eye with our intention. This is a very powerful practice, actually. So this is very advanced. When you do, so all of you can say after this practice today that you're advanced meditators. When you breathe, it's one form of meditation. When you hold attention, when you visualize, it's another form of meditation. We are connecting our breath to our movement and also to our intention, to our third eye, our visual center. And when you do that, this is like what we call level 4 Qigong training. It's Neigong, and it's highly advanced, and it makes you be able to fully embody all of your power. Okay, so you're going to place the hands on the abdomen, relax the shoulders, and this first rounds of breath are going to be for ourselves. So this first 9 breath is going to be for our physical bodies, okay? All right, on the count of 3, we start with a cleansing breath. 1, 2, 3, inhale back, open mouth, exhale, breathe out. Inhale back for the warrior's breath, and out. And number 2, and out. And number 3, and out. And number 4, and out. Number 5, and out. Number 6, and out. Number 7, and out. And 8, and out. And number 9, hold the top. Relax the shoulders, swallow it down to a rounded abdomen. Keep the abdomen out and down, purse lips as you exhale softly. And as you exhale, feel a warm energy circulating in your abdomen. See that energy enveloping and spiraling and radiating out throughout your whole body. See it as a bright emerald green color, the color of Archangel Raphael, and the color of healing, health, energy, physical energy. See that green energy permeating, filling every one of your cells, trillions and trillions of cells. Continue to belly breathe as you feel that energy radiating all of your cells down to the DNA structured level. See your DNA coming online from a 2-strand all the way to a 12-strand. We are upgrading. We are coming online as we are ascending into a new plane, a new world. The best way to do that is to activate those bodies. See that green light reaching any areas in your body where you may be needing some attention or some love. You have any tight or sore areas? Just your awareness to those areas is enough. Chi is intelligent. Chi is alive. Chi is life force. In yoga, we call it prana. It knows where to go just by your awareness. So allow that green health energy to fill your entire body. Notice the warming sensations either at your palms or maybe your feet or your heart even. Just simply notice what you notice. Some people even get cool. And this next breath, this next round of 9 breaths is going to be for our emotional well-being. Okay, so we just did our physical body. Now we're going to take it into our emotional well-being. On the count of 3, this is your intelligence, this is your wisdom, this is your power in this universe, your ability to feel. Okay, on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3, deep cleansing breath back. Open mouth, exhale, breathe out. And warrior's breath, breathe in and out. And number 2, and out. Number 3, and out. All the way in and out. And 5, and out. And 6, and out. All the way in and all the way out. Number 8, and out. And all the way at the top, hold it. Relax the shoulders, swallow it down to a rounded abdomen. Open mouth, exhale. As the 2 more exhale, visualize a beautiful diamond, sparkling pink light. See it spiraling out your navel center. See it moving from your navel center up to your heart center. See it pulsing and spiraling like a beautiful lotus flower sitting on top of your heart center, opening and receiving the light of your intention and the divine source pouring into your heart center. See that deep pink light moving out through the rest of your body, up through the crown center, your crown chakra, and see it pouring out your crown chakra and pouring over you like a cosmic shower. So you're bathing in this pink light. This is the light of emotional well-being, emotional intelligence, wisdom, guidance, support, and unconditional love. See this beautiful pink light permeating all of your light bodies as your auric field extends further and further out. The size of the room that you're in, see it extending even bigger than that to your entire house. And then see it extending all the way out into your entire neighborhood. So your auric field is as big as your neighborhood. You're radiating this beautiful pink light. Love, peace, acceptance. And this next breath, we're going to send our love and our intention out to the rest of the world. So just like we did the physical body for ourselves, now we're going to send that light to all the people on the earth so that they may be in good health and good standings. On the count of 3, cleansing breath. 1, 2, 3. Breathe in. Open mouth, exhale, breathe out. Warrior's breath. Breathe in and out. And in and out. Number 3 and out. Number 4 and out. Number 5 and out. Number 6 and out. And 7 and out. Charge it up. Number 8 and out. Number 9. Hold at the top. Relax the shoulders. Swallow it down to a rounded abdomen. Purse lips as you exhale slowly. And now visualize a column of green light shooting out from the crown of your head, the size of your room. And see that green column of light shooting out the crown of your head, going way, way, way up into the sky. See it going and covering the entire state. See it shooting out higher and higher as it extends out over the country. See it going higher and higher, deep, deep as it extends all the way out into outer space, like a fountain of green green light, emerald light. See it enveloping the entire earth. See this light touching every single person on planet Earth. See this light filling all of their cells, touching them at the DNA level, activating all their DNA coming online, activating their pineal and pituitary glands, their thymus gland and their heart, strengthening their immune system, like a lotus blossoming in their heart. See all the people in the hospitals receiving this green healing energy. See all the workers, all the people in law enforcement, all the people in government. See this green light healing them, healing their bodies, connecting them to their bodies. See all the children on planet Earth receiving this energy. See them healthy. See them as you wish them to be, using your heart and your intention. Continue to watch this green light extend and radiate out, spiraling and connecting all people in healthy, happy ways. See them running and playing outside, riding bikes, dancing. See people unhealthy standing up and being healthy once again. See people rejoicing in perfect health and harmony once again. And this next breath will be for the emotional well-being of the planet as we step back into the space of unconditional love, wisdom, emotional intelligence, feeling. On the count of 3, deep cleansing breath. 1, 2, 3. Inhale back. Open mouth, exhale, breathe out. And warrior's breath, breathe in and out. And in and out. Number 3, and out. And 4, and out. And 5, and out. And 6, and out. And 7, and out. And 8, and out. And number 9, hold at the top. Slow it down to a rounded abdomen. Purse lips as you will exhale. Visualize a column of diamond sparkling pink light coming out the crown center, the crown of your head, the size of your room. See it shooting out your crown center, enveloping your whole house, your whole neighborhood, your whole state. See it enveloping the whole country and the entire globe as it keeps extending out into outer space. See this light shooting out like you can see planet Earth from outer space. See this sparkling pink light enveloping the entire planet. This is the color of love, unconditional love, compassion, acceptance, wisdom, truth. See this light permeating the entire planet. See it touching every single human being on planet Earth. See the planet awakening as they feel your love reaching them. See them pausing for just a moment as they receive the wave of love and light that you're sending. See a flood of angels' wings carrying the light across from plane to plane, from continent to continent. See it enveloping all the people, all the children, every human being on planet Earth receiving your love at this moment. See them smiling. See them stopping and pausing for a moment as they receive your light. Maybe even asking, what was that? Maybe they look at each other. Did you feel that? See this pink light touching their hearts and see a lotus blossom opening up in every single heart of every single person. If you're called to a specific area of the planet, if you're called to a specific person that comes to mind, those are the right people that are calling for your love and attention in this moment. Trust your intuition, trust your guidance. Send them your love. See them receiving your love and smiling in gratitude, as if you just gave them the biggest birthday and Christmas and every other holiday gift on the planet that they could receive. See them like little children awakening inside of themselves, like the innocence within, waking up and dancing playfully inside as they receive your light. This next breath is going to be to send that same frequency of love and light to the people in power, the people that at the core of their being are innocent children as just like we are. And maybe they just don't know. how to show up and shine, how to be gifts, how to be playful, how to be love. So we're going to send our energy specifically to that group of people, the people in power running the show behind the scenes, the people that really need our love right now. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Breathe in. Exhale, breathe out. And warrior's breath. Breathe in and out. Number 2 and out. Number 3 and out. Number 4 and out. 5 and out. 6 and out. 7 and out. 8 and out. Number 9. Hold at the top. Swallow it down to a rounded abdomen. Pursed lips as you exhale. Slow and deep. And as you exhale, see that column of pink light shooting out the crown of your head, the size of your room. See it going all the way into outer space, spiraling around and going to the different corners of the earth where the leaders are hanging out. And they're in their offices and they're making plans. And they're trying to figure out what to do. Send them this beautiful pink light. We call on the wings of angels to guide our energy with source, amplifying our energy so that they are reaching and receiving our love in this moment. Even if they don't know what it means, even if they consciously don't understand it, let this light open their hearts. Let them see their own reflection. Let them know that they too are loved. And they are divine. Continue to breathe deeply and extend this light further into their hearts. Extend it to all the leaders on every country, on every continent, the governments, the people behind the governments, anyone who is any kind of decision maker for the well-being of planet Earth and humanity. Let them receive our love and light in this moment. Let them awaken and understand that their decisions affects the whole world and into the cosmos. And let them awaken into compassion and truth. This next breath is going to be for all the animals and all the plants and the waters of Mother Earth and Mother Earth herself, so that she receives our love and light. On the count of 3, deep cleansing breath. 1, 2, 3. Inhale back. Breathe out. And warrior's breath in and out. And 2 and out. And 3 and out. And 4 and out. And 5 and out. And 6 and out. And 7 and out. And 8 and out. Number 9, holding at the top, Swelling it down to a rounded abdomen, pursed lips as you exhale softly. This time, see a white, radiant light coming out the crown of your head. See it extending the size of the room that you're in, shooting out into the sky, high, high, high over the earth, like you're looking at the earth from outer space. See that white light like a fountain filling the entire earth. See that white light going into the waters, purifying the waters. See any toxic materials, radiation, or nuclear substances, or anything that shouldn't belong in the water. See it bubbling out of the water, up into the sky and out into outer space, and being transmuted back into love and light. See that white light permeating every plant, every tree, every forest, every jungle, every continent. See it enveloping all the plants, all of nature. See it thriving and pulsing as it receives our light. We call on angels to take our light and extend it throughout the entire planet, with Source magnifying our intention. See our white light healing this planet, bringing it online into a world of health and well-being and happiness and joy and bliss. See all of nature thriving. Continue to breathe and see this white light extending to every animal on the planet. See endangered animals recreating and multiplying. See any animals affected by any toxic substances being healed. See the dolphins singing. See the whales singing. See the fish happy and playful. See the food sources on planet Earth returning to health and balance. Continue breathing and see this white light permeate the soil of Mother Earth, deep down into the roots, healing all the nutrients, restoring the nutrients to the soil, feeding the plants, feeding the people. Take another deep breath and continue to take this white light deep into Mother Earth, all the way down, down through the core, to the very core where Gaia herself lives. See her receiving your love. With every breath you inhale, you receive her love and her oxygen. And as you exhale, you replenish her. Give her that white light as she fills up with gratitude for your intention and your love. See her cleansing and purifying anything else that's not wanted or not needed into the new world that we are building, the new earth that we are creating. And see her being gentle and peaceful and loving. This next breath is about intention. As one of our mentors likes to call it, infinite progression. This breath is for how good can you stand it? How big is your vision? How big do you want to see your life happy and blissful? Get an image of that in your mind's eye. And let's breathe that reality into manifestation. On the count of 3, cleansing breath. 1, 2, 3. Breathe in. Breathe out. And inhale back. And out. And number 2. And out. Number 3. And out. Number 4. And out. And 5. And out. And 6. And out. And 7. And out. And 8. And out. And number 9. Hold at the top. Swallow it down to a rounded abdomen. Purse lips as you exhale. Get an image of the world in your mind's eye as you wish it to be. See a column of rainbow light, all the colors of the spectrum, shooting out from the crown of your head, out into outer space, high, 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 and a fountain of rainbow light enveloping the entire earth. How good can you stand it? How magical can you let it in? Can you imagine a world without hunger? Can you imagine a world without dis-ease, without illness? Can you imagine a world where every child is happy and playful and wins? Imagine a world where everyone wins. Competition is a thing of the past. Games are played for pure bliss and pure fun, and for the extension and expansion of the bliss and joy in your hearts and your souls to keep growing. Imagine a world without fear. Imagine a world without control and domination and weapons and destruction. Imagine a world of pure love and light. Love and light that extends deeper and deeper with every human interaction, with every interaction with nature. Imagine a world where everyone knows the truth of who they are as divine, cosmic creators. Imagine a world where everyone knows the truth of who they are as gods and goddesses, kings and queens, without hierarchy, but with equality, with peace and equanimity. Imagine a world where music is medicine, and imagine a world where laughter is mandatory, How good can you stand it? How big is your vision? Do you know how powerful you are? Do you know that your intention is the subtle vibration that extends out and creates worlds? You are creating your world every minute of every day with your thoughts, your emotions, and your actions. We're now living in the most incredible time in the history of mankind and the human family. We've reached a moment in time where we get to really choose the world that we want to create. We've been put on pause, if you will, to sit and feel and dream and create. Deep breath in and visualize a world of happiness, a world of superhuman abilities without negative effects, without wars, without fighting, but with peace and bliss. Imagine a world where everyone understands that they are one with each other and nature speaks to them and they speak to nature. Imagine a world where everyone remembers that trees can talk, and dolphins can too, and birds, and the sun. Imagine a world where everyone speaks heart to heart, soul to soul, on a daily basis, and every interaction simply amplifies and magnifies the truth of who we are. Imagine a world where we embrace other worlds, where we open up to the possibility and the reality that we are but a tiny little planet in a multitude of universes. And imagine a world that is all connected throughout space and time, throughout all universes. How far can your vision reach? How big is your heart? Remember that your vision and your intention extends as far as you wish for it to. This time that we're living in right now is about creating what we really want. If you feel inspired tonight, over the next few days, get out journals and write down your vision from this experience tonight. Write down the things that you see, the things that you want to see. Maybe you're going to get some downloads about what is actually possible for you. Put it onto paper, get it out of your head and into this reality so that it can manifest. Because the energy that we're creating tonight is going to carry a seed within you to radiate that out into the world and to help others see what's possible for them as well. This last breath wouldn't be complete if we didn't have a breath of gratitude. A prayer of thanks to our divine source, the infinite team of angels and guides and love and light that's always supporting us 24/7 without fail. This last breath is to say thank you to the divine source, the creator that gave us this life. On the count of 3, deep breath 1, 2, 3. Breathe in, breathe out, and inhale back and out. And 2 and out. And 3 and out. And 4 and out. And 5 and out. And 6 and out. And 7 and out. And 8 and out. And number 9. Hold at the top. Swallow it down to a rounded abdomen. Purse lips as you exhale. Divine Source, we send our love, our gratitude from our hearts to yours. We know that we cannot do this life without your love and your guidance and your team of light supporting us on every step of the way. We know that you are working super, super hard or smart as you're orchestrating all the things that are playing out on earth right now. And that you're inspiring and awakening people to the truth of who they are. For your guidance and your wisdom and your love, we are grateful. We are so thankful for our health, our well-being, our awareness, our consciousness, and the global awakening happening now. Source, we are thankful for all the warriors and leaders and teachers and messengers and lovers and friends and support that you have sent us along the way. And Source, we are grateful that that love continues to support us now and forevermore. Source, we are grateful that you called us together tonight to be on this Zoom call, that we heard your call to be your light warriors and your instruments so that we could be making a difference. We are grateful for this breath. We are grateful for our life. And we are grateful that we can hold this frequency and beam it out to others and help them awaken too. Source, we are so thankful. We know that we could not do this without you. And Source, we call on you in this moment to bless us and hold the seed that we've created today, the seed of intention for the world that we wish to create. A world of magic and beauty and magnificence and joy and bliss. And we know that you are doing everything on your side and that we are doing all that we can on our side. And that as we work together, we have already won. Thank you, Source, for your love and your light. We're going to do that one more time, but this time we're going to do it silently. And whatever you wish to say thank you for and express your gratitude internally, this is your opportunity to do that. If you wish, you can even say it out loud, whatever works best for you. It's a powerful practice, one way or the other. On the count of 3, cleansing breath of gratitude to our source. 1, 2, 3. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale back and out. And 2 and out. And 3 and out. And 4 and out. And 5 and out. And 6 and out. And 7 and out. And 8 and out. And number 9. Slow it down to a rounded mouth. 2 more exhale. And send your love to the divine source. After you're done with that breath, just return to the deep abdominal belly breaths. Now you might notice quite a bit of heat in your body. You might notice some subtle vibrations. Just tune into your body and see how it feels in this moment.